हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम क्लास 10th के ज्योग्राफी एनसीईआरटी चैप्टर नंबर 2 के इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स करेंगे। सो लेट्स मूव ऑन। बायोडाइवर्सिटी refers to the sum total of diversity that exists at all levels of biological organization. अर्थ के ऊपर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एनिमल्स, बर्ड्स, रेप्टाइल्स, एम्फीबियंस, फिशेस, प्लांट्स की डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फॉर्म्स, उनके डिफरेंट स्पीशीज, ऐसे ही इंसेक्ट्स के स्पीशीज, जितने भी ये सारे डाइवर्स फॉर्म्स अर्थ के ऊपर एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, लिविंग फॉर्म्स, इन सब का सम टोटल बायोडाइवर्सिटी कहलाता है। Another definition of biodiversity or biological diversity is it is immensely rich in wildlife and cultivated species, diverse in form and function, but closely integrated in a system through multiple networks of interdependencies. So each form will have a different function. For example, birds will have their different functions in biosphere. For example, plants will have their different functions, and these functions are correlated, integrated in a system through a multiple network of interdependencies. All living organisms form a complex web of ecological system in which we are only a part and very much dependent on this system for our own existence. So human beings are a part of it, and we are dependent on this system for our existence. For example, how we are dependent on this system: the plants and animals and microorganisms recreate the quality of air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil that produces our food, without which we cannot survive. Forest, what role forest plays in the ecological system is forests play a key role in the ecological system, as these are also the primary producers on which all other living beings dependent. Primary producers because they prepare their own food through the process of photosynthesis with the help of sunlight. Flora and fauna in India. India is one of the world's richest countries in terms of its vast area of biological diversity. Extinct species like cheetah, pink-headed duck, mountain quail, forest spotted owlet, and plants like Maua insignis. It is a wild variety of Maua. Asian cheetah is nearly extinct due to the decline of available habitat and prey. The species was declared extinct in India long back in 1952. IUCN categories of existing plants and animal species. International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources की categories हैं of plants and animal species. So 6 categories हैं: normal species, endangered species, vulnerable species, rare species, endemic species and extinct species. Normal species में population is normal. Example is cattle, sal and pine, etc. Endangered species में the population is in danger of extinction, means it can be extinct in the future. Example is black bug, Indian wild ass, Indian rhino, Shanghai. Vulnerable species में population declined to a level where it can move to endangered category. Example is Asiatic elephant, Gangetic dolphin. Rare species population may move into endangered or vulnerable categories if negative factors continue. Example is Himalayan brown bear, Asiatic wild buffalo. In an endemic species are those which are only found in a particular area. These are not found in any other area. For example, Andaman teal, Nicobar pigeon, Andaman wild pig and Mithun. Mithun is found in Arunachal Pradesh. Extinct species not found after research of known areas, means we have not seen them in the recent times. Example, Asiatic cheetah, pink-headed duck. Important factors behind deforestation. So deforestation के important factors क्या क्या है? During the colonial period, that is the British period, British rule over the India, due to the expansions of railway, agriculture, commercial and scientific forestry and mining activities. Second one is shifting cultivation, that is called as jhum cultivation. Substantial parts of the tribal belts, especially in the northeast and the central India, have been deforested or degraded by a type of slash and burn agriculture. Third one is enrichment plantation, promotion of a few favored species in many parts of India, in which a single commercial valuable species was extensively planted and other species eliminated. एक सिंगल प्लांट का कमर्शियल ग्रोथ होती है, ठीक है, और उसके कंपैरेटिवली जो नेटिव स्पीशीज है उनको हटा दिया जाता है, ठीक है. For example, teak monoculture has damaged the natural forest in South India, and chir pine plantation in the Himalayas have replaced the Himalayan oak and the rhododendron forest. So these are the example of enrichment plantation. Fourth one is large scale development projects. Fifth is mining. So first one is colonial period. During the colonial period, expansion of railways, agriculture, commercial and scientific forestry and mining activities. Second one is shifting cultivation. Third is enrichment plantation. Fourth is large scale development projects, and fifth one is mining. These are the factors behind deforestation. The Himalayan yew. It is a medicinal plant found in various parts of Himachal Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh. A chemical compound called Taxol is extracted from it, which is used to treat some cancers. The drug is now the biggest selling anti-cancer drug in the world. The species is under great threat due to overexploitation because of its demand to treat cancer. Factors for the decline in India's biodiversity and environmental destructions. So these are the common factors which you can write for the decline in India's biodiversity and environmental destruction. Habitat destruction, hunting, poaching, overexploitation, environmental pollution, poisoning and forest fire, unequal access, inequitable consumption of resources and differential sharing of responsibility for the environmental well-being, overpopulation. Types and distribution of forest and wildlife resources. Reserve forest. More than half of the total forest land has been declared reserved forest. Reserve forests are regarded as the most valuable as far as the conservation of forest and wildlife resources are concerned. Second type is protected forest. Almost 1/3 of the total forest area is protected forest as declared by the Forest Department. This forest land are protected from any further depletion. Third is unclassed forest. These are the other forests and wasteland belonging to both government and private individuals and communities. Reserved and protected forests are also referred to as a permanent forest estates maintained for the purpose of producing timber and other forest produce and for protective reasons. Madhya Pradesh has the largest area under permanent forest, constituting 75% of its total area. Conservation of forest and wildlife in India. Why do we need to conserve forest and wildlife? First point is conservation preserves the ecological diversity and our life support system, water, air and soil. Second reason is it also preserves the genetic diversity of plants and animals for better growth of species and breeding. For example, in agriculture, we are still dependent on traditional crop varieties. The third one is the destruction of forest and wildlife is not just a biological issue. The biological loss is strongly correlated with the loss of cultural diversity. Such losses has increasingly marginalized and impoverished many indigenous and other forest dependent communities who directly depends on various components of the forest and wildlife for food, drink, medicine, culture and spirituality. So these are the important points that why we need to conserve forest and wildlife. First one is for ecological diversity and our life support system. Second is for genetic diversity of plants and animals. Third one is for cultural diversity. Steps taken by the Indian government to conserve forest and wildlife. So some of the steps taken by the Indian government are: the Indian Wildlife Protection Act was implemented in 1972 with various provisions for protecting habitats. Second is Project Tiger, started in 1973. Tiger is one of the key wildlife species in the faunal web. Animal It is an umbrella species in faunal web. The major threats to tiger population are poaching for trade, shrinking habitat, depletion of prey-based species, growing human population, etc., the trade of tiger skins, and the use of their bones in traditional medicines. So that is why these are the major threat to tiger population, or for this reason we have started Project Tiger to save tiger. You can also remember that Project Elephant is started in 1992. Project Elephant is started in 1992. Community and conservation. So how communities play roles in conservation of forest? As we know, tribal peoples lives in forest. So in India, forests are home to some of the traditional communities. First one is sacred groves. Nature worship is an age-old tribal belief based on the premise that all creations of nature must be protected. Such beliefs have preserved several virgin forests in pristine form called as sacred groves. For example, the Mundas and Santhal of Chota Nagpur region worship mahua and kadam trees. The tribals of Odisha and Bihar worship tamarind and mango trees during their weddings. People and banyan trees are considered sacred. Second important point, that how communities help in conservation of forest and wildlife, is Bishnoi community of Rajasthan protects black bugs, nilgai, and peacocks and save trees. These animals are integral part of the community and nobody harms them. Third one is Chipko movement in the Himalayas has not only successfully assisted deforestation in several areas but also shown that community afforestation with indigenous species can be enormously successful. Fourth one is Apico movement. A movement like the Chipko movement was launched in September 1983 in Karnataka. Fifth one is farmer and citizens group like the Beej Bachao Andolan in Tehri and Navdanya have shown the adequate levels of diversified crop production without the use of synthetic chemicals are possible and economically viable. So these are the example how communities played important role in conservation. And the sixth point is Joint Forest Management Program. JFM means involving local communities in the management and restoration of degraded forest. In 1988, it was started first in Odisha. JFM depends on the formation of local institutions that undertake protection activities mostly on the degraded forest land managed by the forest department, and in return what these local communities get, the members of these communities are entitled to intermediary benefits like non-timber forest produce and share in the timber harvested by the successful protection. It is very important joint forest management program, that is the involvement of local communities in the management and restoration of the forest, degraded forest. Thank you students. We will continue it and we will do the question answer of this chapter. Thank you.